to the listeners and subscribers. I can't do it. The readers, the collectors, to all who love the Massiveverse. Welcome to the Radiant Black podcast. I'm kidding, everyone.
We did not know this was happening.
Yeah.
We did
You'll
not know this was
understand in a
happening.
second why we introed it that way. We're just having a good laugh. But welcome, everybody, to the Radiant Black podcast. It's an exciting day because yesterday we had San Diego Comic-Con, day 2, I believe, and we had some really great Massiveverse announcements from the Massiveverse panel. So we're here today to bring you all the great news, and there's a lot to talk about. So yeah, of course, I'm your host, Bash, and I'm joined by my friends and my fellow hosts, Ali, Matt, and Charlie. How's everybody doing today?
Doing great. Gonna wrap up here and head out to see Deadpool, so I'm excited for that. But first, let's talk about some Massiveverse San Diego Comic-Con news.
Yeah, not much going on. Just house sitting by myself, just hanging out, doing a bunch of nothing. Gonna get myself to write. So this is pretty much the highlight of my day. So yeah, talking San Diego Comic-Con. What up? What about you, Charlie?
Beauty. Yeah, it's been Deadpool time for all of us. So that's been crazy. Avoiding those spoilers too. Love the shirt, Bash. But yeah, avoiding those spoilers too. They've been going everywhere from Comic-Con the last day. So yeah, definitely tough to avoid those. So hopefully you can kind of see it as quick as you guys can. But yeah, it's exciting time. Lots of announcements from Massiveverse and all comics everywhere. So yeah, can't wait to dive into this Massiveverse stuff. And like Kyle said, could be the biggest announcement we've gotten yet. So that was pretty cool. So how are you doing, Bash?
I was going for like a no one / like Batman Bale voice, but I think I did Cookie Monster by accident. But either way, like enjoy it.
You know what? It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. If they ever need a backup voice for no one, they got it covered now. So we're good.
Exactly.
Oh, you're muted there, Bash.
If you ever need someone who isn't Lauren Lester, I'm here for you. So just kidding. I'm not even gonna bother like competing with that. Guys, we have a thread by the incredible Michael Basuto, editor and designer of the Massiveverse, who unfortunately couldn't attend San Diego Comic-Con, but was able to bring us peasants who were also unable to attend the coverage. So yeah, we've got the thread here detailing pretty much everything they've done. So without further ado, let's get into it. As you can see here, thanks to, as always, to our amazing panelists, Kyle Higgins, Ryan Parrott, Brian Buccellato, Melissa Flores, Joe Clark, and moderator Ryan Sidoti. I feel like Ryan's always everywhere getting special thanks. Let's go, Ryan. Awesome to see you moderating the panel. I hope you were still able to go around SDCC and catch some awesome Invincible news. Loved seeing that Invincible Season 3 poster with the alternate blue costume. So, yeah. Anyways, first up, we've got some preview pages for Radiant Black number 30 by the Eduardo Ferregato and Costa Marcel. So Marcelo Costa. I legally cannot comment on what's happening there, but it's the end of the world. You know how things get. And then Kyle also tweeted saying, once this is like Radiant Black going God mode, and nothing will ever be the same after. So these are considered kind of spoilery. So if you haven't read the issues or you don't want to see it, maybe skip a few minutes ahead or seconds ahead. But here are the images. The first one we have here is, I think it's one Radiant Black, but it's kind of like in motion, right?
Yeah.
So fighting against Premier. And man, Premier looks like no slouch. Looks very powerful. We've been waiting for this showdown for a while, and this looks amazing.
Do you guys think this is, and also like skip ahead, a little spoilers if you haven't read Supermassive too. But at the end of that, we saw Premier dead, right? Or not at the very end, but we saw Marshall kill Premier. But do you guys think that could be this moment here?
That's interesting. Yeah,
maybe. I thought it was Nathan versus Marshall, but you could be
right. You could be right. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Because in our Supermassive episode, we kind of talked that if you don't read Supermassive, you kind of miss that very important piece of information. So it would make sense to cover it there.
Yeah. No,
awesome page.
Sweet.
Awesome page though.
Yeah, gorgeous. I can't wait for this action-packed issue. And then here we've got another page, and it's almost like, I feel like everything we've seen in the Marshall timeline, the Radiant Bad timeline, where Marshall at first was like trying to rationalize it, saying like, there's no chance, we can't take this person, like we need to just surrender and like try to do it some other way. And I feel like him having like the hand around his throat in this moment with the full army just descending on them kind of just solidifies that entire speech. This has come to pass literally. Looks like an awesome page. Yeah.
The bots look really good too, and like the corner, look at the detail, it looks so sweet.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that last page we got though is All timer. An all timer.
Yeah. So last page. Here we go. That's the background on our stream as well. I don't even understand what's happening here. Is it maybe the two worlds collapsing on each other and solidifying into one reality, or is it maybe just realities kind of going off the fritz and things are just
going down?
Sure. Yeah.
Is this like a half colored? Like it's obviously isn't a fully colored page, but it just looks so cool. Even like it looks like it's got like half the colors done on it by now. But yeah,
I think it's definitely not done yet because neither of them have the logos.
Yeah, they don't have the radiance or
And either way, I think Radiant Black, especially the last page and the one before it, makes me believe the Radiant Black will go hard as like a black and white or manga or black, white, and red comic. Like it looks dope in black and white.
Yeah, I would buy it black and white.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I kind of wish that Catalyst War ended like before this Comic-Con because we would have been able to talk it through and had like a long like question and answer panel. But I mean, obviously we had other stuff to announce. But I just kind of wish there was a little bit of placement. I know we've got a lot of stuff on the go, and we kind of know why Kyle's been so busy lately, and what would kind of slow things down. But no, these pages look awesome. Like I'm really excited for this finale of 30 and 30.5. When are those supposed to drop?
September 18, I believe.
Okay, cool. So I'll be able to deal with the end of summer with cool.
Very like Charlie said, I think definitely it's an all-timer. I can't wait to see what happens in these two issues and get the context. And like he said, this is going to be the end of the Catalyst War. So after 30.5, we'll get the reveal of who won the vote and who will be Radiant Black moving forward. But also, they said that there is going to be a hiatus until February 2025 after that issue. So that's what we speculated before. That's when we speculated they would return. So happy to say that we were correct.
That's actually not too bad. That's not too bad for all the work they're putting in, all these double issues. Like I actually could have expected a little longer. So that's good to hear.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to reboot to get it steady again, right? Like it'll be nice to be back to like the issues, be able to be good. It'll be nice to hit you guys up and do these podcasts on a regular basis again too. So hopefully in February things are all steady.
And I'm pretty sure like during the hiatus they're banking issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, presumably.
So,
they've got a lot of time.
Hopefully, February moving forward, like Matt said, we get
everything on time.
Back to we get back to like monthly.
Now it's Boy Meets Radiant.
The audiobook, the Radiant Black audiobook, and this is one thing that can keep us busy in the meantime, right? During that big break, is we'll get the audiobook dropping, and of course we've already got the main two headliners here, starring Ryder Strong and Will Friedle as Nathan and Marshall, respectively. But we've also got some big announcements for the other, people who are casting. Love this image right here, like Boy Meets Radiant, like we were saying, or Radiant Meets World. Either way, it's fun stuff. The next one is really exciting. We got Kim Rhodes as Mrs. Burnett, which I think is a great casting. I'm not like super familiar with all of these voice actors. I recognize most of them, but some of them more than others, of course, because we've seen video games and cartoons and all that. But so this is a great cast. But the next one, Lauren Lester as Mr. Burnett. This guy's a chameleon. He can do anything. Because this is the No One voice actor as well. And if you guys know, Lauren Lester, of course, is immortalized from Batman animated series where he was Dick Grayson, Robin, and Nightwing. So we have a BTAS member here, doing Mr. Burnett.
Or Hal Jordan. I think it's Hal Jordan on Brave and the Bold too. Yeah, he's chameleon.
There you go.
He was on an episode of Curb Enthusiasm too, so he's good.
Will Friedle was Kyle Rayner in the animated universe as well for the one episode they had.
Yes. He was also Jaime, right? I believe he was Jaime Reyes.
Oh, was
he? And that was Brave and the Bold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, we're in good hands here. We got more.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Amazing.
Couple.
Burnett looking pissed. Yeah,
that was a huge one. That was a huge one.
It gives him the cereal. That line's gonna hit so hard with Lauren Lester voicing it. It was more. It was oatmeal or raisins for you or something like that. More raisins for you, right?
Yeah. Right.
Can't wait for that. And then next up we got more. This is one of the big ones. So we've got Todd Stashwick as 001. Another fantastic voice casting. Really excited for this one.
He was in Star Wars, right? Wasn't he Obi-Wan or something? Or not Obi-Wan?
I'm not. I saw the only thing I recognize him from. He just won a Saturn Awards for supporting role in Star Trek Picard.
Okay, it was season 3. He said, "No, I'm just kidding." But no, that's sick. No, he's been in some stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, he was in Picard. Yeah. And then we've got Melissa Navia as Radiant Pink. That's really interesting. I can't wait. I was like the first time I saw this, I was like, She kind of looks like BB. When I saw her, like the actual voice actor. Yeah.
Another Star Trek actress from Strange New Worlds. I saw that. So
okay.
Cool.
Damn.
Very excited to see this one. I feel like because also like she looks like she's more of an adult, so I'm curious to see how she's gonna get the voice down. But like we've seen like Dexter's Lab is voiced, like Dexter's
or like Goku.
Yeah, Goku. There's so many like Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson,
so So it's gonna be really cool to see how she brings Eva to life.
Got to be high energy for that.
Next, this next one I'm excited for too. The Satomi.
And Yatko as Radiant Red. Very excited for this one. She actually kind of looks like Satomi too. Like she has a very like wholesome like teacher vibe to her. I don't know. Yeah, she looks very.
I know the things I know her. I haven't seen her in these, but she was in Jujutsu Kaisen, Genshin Impact, and she was also in Starfield. That's where I know her from.
Do you know who in Jujutsu she voices?
I have no idea. I do not. I haven't played.
Look it up quick.
Nabaru Kogasaki or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's me trying to do a Japanese name like on the fly, right on the show.
Yeah, seems like lots of voice in lots of different animes and video games. So very experienced voice actress here.
Yeah,
so we have everyone but Wendell. All the Radiants but Wendell, right? He doesn't have a voice.
Yeah.
Well, we got.
It's the first 6 issues.
Yeah, 6 issues. Yeah, so Wendell's not going to be.
He
won't be in it.
Barely missed it. Yeah.
Yeah. But next up, we've got. But if I remember correctly, aren't Eva and Wendell introduced at the same time? So it's like that's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure they are introduced at the same time.
Same panel. They come in the portal together.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. Maybe they're saving the best for last. Maybe they have a big one. I swear to God, if it's the guy, I forget his name, who plays Angstrom, I will shit my pants. I swear to God.
Brown. I don't know. Kyle's got some hookups in Hollywood. That'd be pretty impressive to get Sterling.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be insane.
That'd be amazing.
Next, I mean, though, never say never, because once you see the next big cast, I think Kyle's clout is pretty, it's pretty strong. So
strong cast.
Troy Baker as
yes.
My God, this is incredible. I don't think there could be a better voice cast for this one. I think he nailed it. Like
I mean, it's perfect.
Troy Baker's huge.
It's easier to name the things that he's not in at this point.
Right.
He's been in everything. The guys.
I mean, he's the Joker from the Arkham. One of the Arkham. Wasn't he Joker after Mark Hamill in the Arkham Origins?
I think he was just Joker, or he was just in the animated movie.
I think he's done Joker in a couple
he's just the Crisis.
But anyways, no, that's really sweet. I got some questions for you guys about the audiobook. Do you think we're going to get anything extra beyond just the comics read verbatim, or maybe there'll be some descriptions that might give us more hints?
I think it would have to be more than what's in the comics. Like maybe a lot of the dialogue might be the same, but
maybe sound effects. Sound effects, you think? Like when they grab the radiant, or like the train in the first issue, or like the bar with the TV screens. I'm curious.
Or the bots, we actually get to hear what existence sounds like. Oh, maybe not existence.
That'd be sweet. More info on Kathy for sure. Like Nathan's
this man.
I mean, she has been cast. I assume someone will just throw a voice, but no stuff like that. But obviously, the existence stuff is the way cooler stuff, and less like derail conversation kind of stuff. So that'd be really sweet to hear like existence, the sound effects for that. That's gonna be really impressive for the sound design. Kyle's gonna. I'm impressed. We'll see what they pull off. And I wasn't like amazed by the panel because I kind of forgot about the audiobook when we first heard about it. Like it's cool, but like it's really just the first story we heard. But if there's extra sound stuff and I can maybe like throw this on, like my girlfriend's asleep and turn her into a Radiant Black band overnight, like I think like that's the strat.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, I like that it adds to the legacy of like the innovation and multimedia experience of the Massiveverse. So I like that they're really like committing to that as a brand and as a like a comic and everything. I like that they're pushing the boundaries of like how you can experience this comic. So I'm always for more things like that, and I like that. That's like one of the big pulls you're saying. But like this is huge. Like Troy Baker, oh my God.
It's
I'm also curious. I don't know if you guys have ever read. Like I've never read a audiobook that has come from a comic book at all, but I'm curious, like, are they just going to use like verbatim the exact same lines? Is Kyle going to write some new dialogue in there to like make stuff flow a little better?
I've been told that there's an Infinite Crisis audiobook and that it's really good, and the person who plays Connor Kent especially is really funny. So I want to check that out. I haven't heard it myself, but I'm just like, this whole thing might. I'm not gonna lie. If this turns out to be good, I might go down a rabbit hole of audio comics. But
what's interesting is like I don't know, it might have to be tweaked because it'll be weird if you just write if it's written verbatim or just like describing what's there. It's like Nathan chuckles at a cat meme from 2021, you know, like a cat filter on somebody, right? Like I don't know. It'd be interesting. I think there would be other ways to adapt it. You could do it one for one. I mean, it's pretty strong, but I think that you would have to make some alterations, and it wouldn't be one for one.
Because
It's a different medium.
because comics is such a visual medium, right? Like very much so. So
Yeah,
I'm curious to see that, but they got all the talent, they got all the creators that they're gonna kill it. I have no doubt, no doubt.
Next up, we've got we're moving away from the Radiant Black stuff, so that's it for Radiant Black, and we've got some interesting panels from Rogue Sun number 21. So as you can see here, some really cool panels. We don't want to like sit on this too much, just kind of go through it quickly. You can see more of Divinity there.
Yeah, these are just preview pages. You can see other places.
Yeah,
but they're like
where we ended. What's this guy's name again? I forget.
Vayne.
Yeah. So they're fighting with Vayne.
And I remember asking you guys last time, is his power just to share, or does he actually have power? And we get that.
He looks like a Gen Z version of James Gordon Jr. That's what he looks like. I swear to God, like, he looks like a Gen Z version of James Gordon Jr. And I'm saying that like I like that. Like I think that's really cool. But that's what he looks like to me.
He also kind of looks like Lex from Superman.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, now he looks all like fiery.
That was cool. So yeah, he's got his own powers. So yeah, we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, they did show. I don't know why it's not here, but I think Nick Andrew had it. So here, let me pop it up real quick. Yeah, so they showed the cover for Radiant Black, or sorry, not Radiant Black, for Rogue Sun 24, and I'm just pulling that up here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
with the skull.
Yeah, thanks to Nick Andrew went to Comic-Con. So as you can see here, there's 22 and 23, which we've seen, but here's 24, and I think that's Vayne behind him, right? At least it looks like Vayne. That we like, or maybe someone else entirely.
I don't know. I can't tell if that's a mask or a hat.
Yeah. And more, the beautiful thing is Stefano Simeone is doing like the art probably for, I would say, 6 issues, right, for an arc. So all these covers have been beautiful. And like last time we had Luana Vecchio. So I love these artists that they're getting to do the covers for Rogue Sun. They're so good, and I can't wait to see who's next.
We heard from didn't Ryan say there's going to be like a new ally or someone who could be a new friend or foe for Rogue Sun? Like that could be the first one that's on the cover. Like we don't know. That's we'll see what happens. But yeah, the cover's been great. Rogue Sun's always killing it, and I'm always it's always nice to have more Rogue Sun.
There's Mr. Ryan Sidoti doing all the talking up there. That's cool. Shout out him.
I'd be so nervous moderating a panel like at Comic-Con. Like that'd be crazy.
I would hate it, like taking time away from like doing SDCC things. Like you're committed to that. It's like, oh man, what if you're missing like the Invincible panel or something? But like I said, I hope Ryan.
It's hard to even get in though. To even get in, and like how pricey it is, like it's almost worth it just for that. Like
So the Inferno Girl Red team couldn't make it. So Matt Groom and Erica Durso and Igor Monti couldn't make it to SDCC, but we got some more preview pages for them. And gotta say, oh my God, some of the most beautiful looking pages in the Massiveverse. We've talked about, we've raved about how good the Inferno Girl Red art is here. And what just happened? And these are no exception, as you can see, some gorgeous pages. Oh my God, look at the dragon right there.
Dragon Blast, man. Getting good with that.
Apex City, more. There's Apex back in and it's glory.
Still lockdown.
Yeah, I'm locked down, unfortunately. But yeah, look, exciting stuff. And here's another image of just amazing, super kinetic action. Love this panel in particular, and here her just like charging at the the thing.
No, this is sweet. Like we need an anime. We need like a Black Market narrative streaming service with all like the animated shows at some point. Like 20 years.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be amazing. Girl Red goes hard. Like it sucks you've only gotten 6 issues of her really in like what 2 or 3 years of knowing about her. Like she's so badass. So like I'm hyped for October so we can get another chunk, and I hope we start the Kickstarter or whatever we need to get a 3rd book because it's a really good series and I think there's already a strong enough fan base. So I don't know. I just hope that I just need more of it. Really. Sounds fanboyish, but like it's really good. It's been 6 issues over like 2 or 3 years. So
oh no, we're so excited for this. Can't wait. And honestly, like I agree with Matt. Just seeing Inferno Girl Red. Well, spoilers alert, but massive spoilers alert for the next 10 seconds. Inferno Girl Red. They said that she wouldn't be in Supermassive 2024, but then she was. So that was such a nice surprise, and it really made it for me. Like made the book so much better. So love Inferno Girl Red. Can't wait for this. So yeah, that's it for an Inferno Girl Red. Short but really sweet. Love seeing those eco colors. But next up, we've got Cowl 1964, #1. So they showed us the cover, which we've seen already, but they've also given us the preview pages with the dialogue. So I'm not going to go through it too long because you're going to want to read this yourself, but we'll just go through it real quick.
Yeah, they're just on the image page.
Yeah, if you haven't read Cowl, please read Cowl. And someone asked Kyle recently if Cowl ties into No One, and I heard that Kyle refused to answer that, but maybe might have smiled or something. So I'm very interested to see if that's actually a thing, if Cowl would tie into No One. It feels like of the two things in the Massiverse that are most related, that are also most different, I feel like those two things kind of relate to one another while also being very unique. So yeah,
they both talk about corruption, politics, government. So they share a lot of themes.
Yeah,
themes. Yeah, no, it's quite tone, but yeah.
I love the Rod Rice artwork. Yeah, and there's I forget his name. What's his name? I always forget his name.
Is that Nato?
No, the character.
Blaze.
Blaze. Yeah, Blaze. Yeah, Blaze. I think that's his son, right?
Blaze Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, Blaze Jr. Yeah. There was because when I was reading the first issue, they never really specified, but they kind of allude to it. So yeah, spoilers alert. Kyle did send us the first issue, and we're already banking the review so we can have it on the day it releases. Although we've been told we have to reduce the amount of pages we show, which is totally fine. So we're going to be cropping a lot more of the panels to focus on just very important ones and just generally less panels. But we're still going to give you all the beautiful analysis and reviews. So, and then here's the last announcement of the day, and we're gonna experience it together on the stream here after we discuss it, or after we just talk about what it is. But it's huge, guys. It's what we've all been waiting for in some senses. I know more people would say maybe she was more Radiant Black or something, but I think this is huge nonetheless, and it's incredible. But No One is getting a movie. It's going to be the first Massiveverse movie, and it's going to be done as a documentary style, kind of to tie up with the ending of No One and the whole story itself. We got a trailer, like a mini trailer kind of announcing it, or I guess an announcement trailer, and we're going to watch it here together. But my, oh my, guys, we finally got a Massiveverse movie, and I believe Kyle is going to be directing it, and Brian Buccellato, amazing friend of the show, Brian Buccellato, writer of Midlife, Chicken Devil, so many other amazing books, written Flash, New 52. We love the guy. We even did an interview with him.
And Kong and whole
exactly. Justice League, Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah. And we'll put our interview link in the description below if you want to check it out. But Brian's going to be writing the script for the movie. So I'm so excited, so happy for the Massiveverse team. Happy for everybody. I can't wait to see this. But without further ado, here it is. It's the announcement that there's a No One, I Am No One, a feature-length true crime superhero documentary, final chapter in the visionary multi-narrative experience coming soon. And there's an announcement from the Wrap, which we'll go over now. So here's the announcement from the Wrap. Image Comic No One and companion audio drama podcast to be adapted into a feature film exclusive. Black Market Narrative and ZQ Entertainment are set to bring the popular Image comic book series No One to the big screen. The adaptation will also include elements from its accompanying scripted podcast, Who Is No One, which features a star-studded voice cast including Rachel Leigh Cook, Patton Oswalt, and Todd Stashwick. That's where I've seen Todd's name before, so he was on No One as well. The company's announced on Friday at SDCC. The original comic, created by Kyle Higgins, Brian Buccellato, and Geraldo Borges, and Hassan Atsman Al-Hal, and Mark Engler, ladies and gentlemen, come on, colors and letters, we can't forget them, has gained critical acclaim since its release. Higgins and Buccellato will write the screenplay for the film, with Higgins also serving as director. So happy for Kyle. No One chronicles the story of a digital hacktivist's attempt to root out corruption amongst Pittsburgh's politicians and leaders of industry, as well as the resulting movement of murderous accountability that jumpstarts a media maelstrom. Debuting in March 2023, the series became an instant critical and commercial hit, selling out of multiple printings, and has been lauded for pushing the boundaries of immersive storytelling with its utilization of an in-universe scripted podcast, along with in-universe websites, newspaper articles, data drops, and viral videos. The film will be comprised of sit-down interviews, phone and drone footage, news coverage, and the first-person GoPro and helmet videography from the No One operation itself. The upcoming true crime found footage feature, I Am No One, will be the final chapter in the multi-narrative experience. So, yeah, Kyle says here, unconventional storytelling makes for the most compelling narratives, particularly when it comes to film. Even when playing within the rules of genre convention, audiences want to be surprised. They deserve it. Oh, this is Schneider saying that. Sorry. Schneider said in a statement, I Am No One being structured as a documentary that is also in universe with the comic and podcast is something that has never been done before, and that alone is incredibly exciting to me. Here Higgins adds, As both a storyteller and world builder, immersion is really important to me. From day one, when Brian and I embarked on this journey nearly 3 years ago, we planned this multi-narrative approach in a way that would allow us to play to the strengths of our favorite mediums, designing a story that, while standing on its own in each format, became incredibly additive when experiencing all aspects of it together. I am incredibly excited to make my feature film directing debut on a project so intensely personal and that speaks to the type of boundary pushing, outside the box storytelling that I pride myself on trying to achieve. The film is a culmination of over 3 years of meticulous planning and world building. I am so excited to be embarking on the final leg of this journey, Buccellato added. Executing a superhero murder mystery across multiple mediums is the biggest creative swing we've ever taken. We're proud that each element stands on its own and can't wait to bring it all together for a truly one-of-a-kind storytelling experience. No One and Who is No One finished its 10-part run on Wednesday, with the final moments of both the comic book series and the podcast laying the groundwork for the story's next evolution in I Am No One. All issues and episodes are available now. That's pretty much it. And you can see that they mentioned the In-Universe website, The Drop. Super exciting stuff. I'm so happy for everyone involved in this book. Truly, truly so happy. And if you guys don't know, the late Tim Sale, may he rest in peace, was originally meant to be the artist for this book, as it was originally like pitched as a James Gordon Jr. book to DC. They then took some of the bones of that, some of the ideas there, turned it into No One, and it was still meant to be with Tim Sale, but unfortunately, because he passed away, he could no longer be part of the book. But fortunately, we got another incredible artist in Geraldo Borges, and I'm so happy for him because Geraldo's artwork is amazing, and I think this book in particular is his best work, in my opinion. So I'm very excited for this. When I saw that it was The Wrap, by the way, because it's called The Drop, I was like, is this? I got so confused. I was like, did they put it on their own website? That's kind of weird. And I realized, no, it's just, it's probably like they based it on that. So yeah, that's really cool. All right, guys. Really cool, unfortunately, we couldn't get the audio working, but we're just going to talk about the trailer, which we all just watched together, and we have on the screen here playing. As you can see, it's an announcement trailer with no one basically talking about the documentary that's coming up and some in-universe stuff. What did you guys think of this? It looks awesome.
Yeah. It's a good time for me to dive into No One. I've been kind of slacking on reading the issues just because it's a big of an undertaking for me. Like, it's really cool that it's a multimedia narrative, right? Like, it's cool, but it's a lot to listen to this. Instead with the podcast, I might listen to podcasts of doing stuff, but this is one I'd have to pay a lot of attention to. But no, I'm going to dive in. It seems expertly crafted, and for them to make a movie, like, none of us were expecting a movie about No One with just wrapped up, right? Like, no one had that on their bingo card. So I think that's really cool. Buccellato is really amazing as a co-writer on this, and I've been waiting. We've speculated on not if Kyle Higgins would put out like a movie in the future. Like, we know he's had smaller projects, but to get a full-blown movie directed and written by Kyle, I'm excited. So we'll see where this goes. And yeah, I don't know, trailer or not, it looks really sweet.
Yeah, it's big news. I'm super excited for it. I still have not finished No One. I actually restarted my read because I want to read it all front to back. With the podcast in between. So hopefully by the time I'm done that, the movie's a little bit closer to coming out. I don't think they gave any dates or anything like that. But I'll gladly wait. It looks super dope. Great cast. The idea of No One's great. So if you haven't read No One, check it out. Like they said, everything's out right now. You can read it all, listen to all the podcasts. Definitely give it a shot. But I'm very excited for the movie.
Yeah, I'm was very intrigued about this. He said when he said a big announcement, definitely wasn't sure what it could be. But this definitely fits the boat for a huge announcement for sure. It seems like a dream come true, obviously, for Kyle, which is very cool. Like, he's talked about wanting to make like a big movie this whole time. Which is awesome, and I can't wait to see what he does with it. I'm curious if it's like, obviously it's a multi-medium narrative. Is this going to be something where is the movie like you need to read the comic to watch the movie at all? I'm sure
I would think so.
I
would think so, just because everything is like connected.
Yeah.
Podcast and the movie.
Yeah, which I think is cool nonetheless. Like, it's so I'm gonna have to. I've read the whole comic. I'm still a couple behind on the podcast, but man, that's just such a cool reward too for everyone who's been so involved. Like, we've seen people in the Discord, like, just being a detective through these issues, just trying to figure out this stuff. So that's really cool. And the biggest thing for me, we were talking about this before, but the producers, obviously the producers of Paranormal Activity, which is a very famous horror Also Insidious, and one of my favorite horrors of this year was A Late Night with the Devil with David Dismalshin.
Yeah.
And right when I saw that, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but it's kind of like it's a movie about a talk show host, and he's kind of down, like he's down in TV ratings, so he's got to he's got to make a special episode and bring on like psychics and stuff, and he wants to summon a devil and kind of get more into the worship part of kind of television. And the movies, it's all about conspiracies, and it's all about what's real and what's not, and the way that movie's directed too is so cool. Like different timelines and past and present, like two different timelines kind of going, and you kind of have to meld them together to figure out what's going on. But no, that's a great choice, and man, I can't be more excited for this. Like, No One definitely wasn't my like cup of tea, like opposed to like Radiant Black, Rogue Sun. But man, I think this makes everything so much more exciting, and it seems like something he's kind of wanted to do from the beginning, I assume. I think so. Like, he's kind of wanted to do the podcast and the comic, so yeah, I wonder if he's just kind of been seeing how successful it is, and now that it's been selling, okay, now I can make this movie. But yeah, this is gonna be an exciting time, and I can't wait to watch it and break that down with you guys too. That's gonna be a fun episode.
Do you think we're gonna have Patton Oswalt playing the character, or is it just gonna be?
That would be amazing.
I
think you have to, right? I think you have to.
How are you starting a movie if it's just a podcast recording you did like in a separate production? Like, is that like, oh, I was in the No One movie, I recorded a podcast for the podcast? Like, I don't know. I feel like we'll probably see some of them on screen.
Yeah,
I think you have to, especially with how much Patton loves all this stuff. We know, just heard Minor Threats just got a TV show,
and the voice cast is much bigger than that. I remember there's like I know Yuri Lowenthal is the senator.
Yes,
but I remember there's a lot more of the voice cast than the main kind of 3 or 4 that we hear in the podcast. So I would hope and I would think that they will come back for the movie.
Yeah,
and I wonder if he made these castings already knowing in advance. He said he's been working on this movie for a long time. He could have made these castings knowing that they're going to be playing live action. Who knows?
But I guess we got confirmation it's not a no one and done. We got the series is continuing. It's not. I mean, it was already multimedia, but not just that one closed narrative. If I had to guess, I feel like this will be an easier entry point, or you might not have to know everything. You might not have had to read it. Maybe it'll be nice if you did. But I feel
I'm curious about that.
Because I would think if it's a documentary, if it's filmed as a documentary, they would give you context so you understand what they're talking about, right? So
I feel like it would have to be self-contained in to some extent. Right. It would have to be.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? It's never been done before, so who knows how it's gonna be.
We're in good hands. I have full trust. They definitely put a lot of love and passion into this. I'm ready.
I love the comic book, like from the start. I kind of could see what they're going for. I understood some of the either like complaints or just like remarks about how it doesn't really tie into Radiant Black or the rest of the Massiverse. Like some people said that, and that's what turned them off from the book, and I totally understand that. That's fine. But for me, like, I just liked it as a standalone book. I think it worked really well, and I think in concert with the rest of the Massiverse, there's a lot you could do. So I'm curious, and that's kind of one of the questions that we wanted to ask him next time we have him on the show. Is like, how does this tie into the Massiverse? Like, why did you choose this book to be in the Massiverse, not having read all of it? Because like it seems very divorced from it, aside from the the Aaron stuff. So like the Richard Rowe stuff. So yeah, I'm very curious to see, like, to ask Kyle next time we have him on the show, like what was the idea behind that, and is there like something more to it? And if it does tie into Cal,
right? Like, look how many true crime podcasts there are. Like, if you wait on this thing, the idea is not as fresh, right? So you have to execute it now. So like, is the question more like, how is this, like, why make it part of the Massiverse and not like a separate like black market narrative project like Moon Man or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I get that.
I'm curious to see, like, because someone was saying like, oh, if it, could it tie into Cal? And you just like refused to answer. And I'm like, curious, is there something there? Yeah, because Cal is making a comeback right now, and I'm so excited for that. I'm jealous of all of you San Diego Comic-Con attendees who managed to get the Cowl badge and the free poster by Kelly McMahon. They were giving everyone who went to the panel. It was free to everybody who went to the panel, and I'm just so jealous. Oh my God, you guys, so happy for everyone that got one. So happy for our friend of the show and community member Nick Enger, who managed to go and have a great time. Thanks to him for the live tweets. Thanks
His
to
predictions
Michael
actually made me less like excited with this panel because he's like, all right, we'll get a premiere spin-off and this and this. Like, I don't know. And it was like not a ton of Radiant Black stuff. Like, I know Kellis War is coming, but like for pure Radiant Black fans, like it's kind of tough to be like, okay, we got the audiobook coming like later this year, which is cool, but like it's like we've got 2 issues till February, so it's a bit like but we do have content consistently through until then, right?
We have the
like,
hardcover, which they didn't even mention. So
for sure.
The hardcover coming up. I'm very excited for that. And honestly, I feel like we all knew low key, right? We were talking about like how because of the hiatus that we knew from the Discord or the creators that we knew that there couldn't be too much Radiant Black stuff because just in virtue of like all that the break happened.
That's a good point too.
Melissa saying though that Dead Lucky, I don't know if Michael included that, but Nick Endra did in his tweets that Melissa saying like there's going to be more Dead Lucky in the future. Very curious if that's going to be a volume 2 or just a continuation of the run. Either way, I'll be in for Dead Lucky. Very excited for that. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Right? That we covered everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
What you guys think was cool? Like every one of you guys in the panel, give me what's like one thing outside of Massiveverse you thought was cool at Comic-Con.
That's hilarious. I was just going to ask you that.
I can go first. I like the Creature Commandos trailer. And
that was so cool. That was
David
great.
Gus Malchin is going to write Creature Commandos comic, the 6-issue mini. Like he's going to write it. So I thought that was really cool as well. So those 2 I'm really excited about. And then from the Marvel end, the One World Under Doom being the new status quo. That's like really cool. I'm excited for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm mostly excited for the Absolute DC stuff.
Yeah,
Absolute Wonder Woman specifically, but Big Boy Batman.
Justice League by Wade and Mora.
Yes, that looks cool. Personally, I'm excited for the Green Lantern, the Absolute. Hal Ewing's going to be doing that.
They were like, it's all
Hal, John, and Joe.
Yeah.
Hal,
by the
John,
way,
and Joe is
Charlie, McFarlane figures at the
I saw the alien with the 3 alien heads.
The heads, yeah. So it's like Salak. What's the name of Hal's fucking? Forget his name. The purple guy. Abin Sur. Yeah, Abin Sur, Salak. And then I forget there's 2 more, but you can recognize them like right away if you know your lanterns. I'm just waiting for like Chip. That's what I'm waiting for, Chip, because he was teased being in the Superman movie. So I'm like, if they do Chip, man, oh my, we're gonna have like a Rocket Raccoon and group of DC of their own. So yeah.
And we're recording this Saturday afternoon. We don't know what's going to happen. There's still stuff getting announced and all that. So we don't know. We're just trying to get the Massiveverse stuff out there. For me, it's not really like comic stuff. I'm excited for all that stuff like the Doom stuff. But for me, Animality trailer for Mortal Kombat 1, those coming back. That's pretty sweet. Having different animals and like killing, like the pufferfish like blowing up in someone's chest and like okay. And like
some of those did look pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's nothing special. Mortal Kombat 1's kind of like whelming to me. It's like it kind of fell off quick. I like the DLC, but you know, T1000 is cool and Ghostface as well. So yeah, that's mine. And it's another Comic-Con.
I think the blue suit was cool, and first tease of Powerplex, I think, was that was kind of neat. So. Yeah, we'll see. We know what's coming. I think, but
Christmas season 3 poster as well. Very excited for that. Yeah.
Yes, that was a very great poster.
Yeah.
But yeah, exciting stuff all around. But yeah, this Cal movie, huge for Kyle. You can tell how excited he was to announce this.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. Like to watch a film made by someone whose art we've admired for years now. I mean, to see him finally
see Brian be a very important part of it too makes me so happy. Like Brian and Kyle being like a big part of the movie, because I know Brian's been wanting to do that stuff for a while, and for Kyle and him to be doing it together just makes me so happy and excited for both of them.
I can't wait for Black Market Narrative Films, and then we have Ryan making his own project with who's he writing Infernals with, like something like that. You can see
Noah Gardner.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm hoping for down the line is like Amazon eventually, when The Boys is wrapping up, like Eric Kripke like produces a Rogue Sun show with Ryan, and we can get some like live action, like do that. Like you put a little bit of money in that, and people will like it. It's fresh enough.
That's the dream.
That is the dream.
That's the hope. Anyways, good panel.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff. I think it's safe to say that if we had to, like summarize the whole panel with one word,
okay, come on. You got to admit, that's actually super cool.
Okay, that
Yeah,
was like 10 or 11
agreed.
words, but you know,
Yeah.
That was a
yeah.
jump scare for me also when you played that.
Fantastic.
Is it because it was Marshall? You got scared because
No,
it was
it was just
Marshall?
loud. It was just loud and abrupt. I didn't expect.
Oh
it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, Marshall is loud and abrupt. So,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm very excited. I feel like the audiobook is gonna be like a return to form for Boy Meets World fans. It's gonna be like all these fans of this TV show are gonna start buying Radiant Black because they're gonna see like the two main characters are
love
the two
it,
heroes.
love it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would be amazing.
Yeah,
Love it.
It's been an amazing Comic-Con panel from the Massiveverse team, from Black Market Narrative, Kyle Higgins, Melissa Flores, Brian Buccellato. Who else is there? Ryan Sidoti. Is Marcelo
Clark?
not
Did you say
there? I'm
Joe?
talking about
you
the
said
people who are there.
people
Yeah,
there,
Joe
okay.
Clark. Yeah, everyone who was there. Thank you so much, Ryan. I think Ryan Parrott was there. Probably he
Ryan was
mentioned
there.
amongst the names.
He was.
So I'm very happy. I just want to say, Ryan, we haven't seen any solicits for Inferno's past issue 5. I'm hoping it's a hiatus and not like the series isn't going forward, because I do love that book. But Ryan also did announce a new Boom Studios comic book coming soon. So
yes,
if you haven't heard about that, check that out. We'll be promoting
it looks
it.
cool. The art looks really trippy.
It does look cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sounds it's a very interesting premise. But yeah, we'll talk about that in our new Rogue Sun review. So that'll be covered there.
Sure.
So much to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please drop a like and subscribe if you want to support us. And if you, we also have a Radiant Black podcast Patreon for those who want to help us keep the lights on, improve the show, just add more. We have our newsletter dropping very soon, within, I would say, a week or less. We're adding the finishing touches to the newsletter and any like last minute articles. And I think that's pretty much it. We do have another comic book coming up soon. I think Cal is probably the next one, right? Cal 1964.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be first week of August. So we'll be there then for the review dropping Wednesday, first thing.
And I just want to say I've missed the last couple episodes, but I'm going to give my written thoughts on Supermassive and Midlife on there on the Patreon page for those who want a little bit of extra reading material, extra little thoughts on there. And just let us know what your favorite announcement was at Comic-Con, Massiveverse or otherwise, and just in the comments or tweet at us. Let us know. We always want to know what you guys think and get a gauge on what the Massiveverse fans are looking forward to. So thanks for listening.
And one last thing is, I've noticed since the No One announcement, the copies were moving on eBay. Like a lot of #1 sold after the movie was announced. So I'm curious, if you've been reading No One, are you very excited for the No One movie? And then if you haven't been reading No One, is the movie news motivating you to check out the series? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Stay radiant.